Hey everyone, what is up? Today we're talking about a very controversial game, Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite is a top-down, team-based game where the objective is for players on a team to work together and score goals in the enemy lanes of the map. The game is free to play and coming to the Nintendo Switch and mobile game market. At first, before even watching the footage or looking more into the new title, a cross-platform Pokemon between the phone and Switch seemed like a great way to get the average person to experience or entice them to look more into the Pokemon and Nintendo industry. This way, if you have a Switch and you want to play with your friends, you can just tell them to download the game on their phone, because everyone has a phone nowadays. So I very much like that idea. But then I saw the huge backlash in the dislike section and the multiple videos showing their disappointment about the presentation. Now, for a lot of people, they were just disappointed that this was the unknown teaser from the last Direct. People were let down that this was all they got for the hype they built up. Some say this could have been placed in the last presentation, some people just aren't fans of mobile games, and there are a lot of people who just don't like microtransactions. It's not a horrible game by any means, it still looks fun. I honestly thought it was fine because, I'll admit, I didn't watch the prior Direct, so I had no idea there was this much excitement built around what was going to be in the tease presentation that would later be known as the Pokemon Unite trailer. I've been waiting for a large multiplayer team-based Pokemon title where you pit multiple people against each other at the same time. This game's playstyle is most similar to the movement in games such as League of Legends and Brawl Stars, which are super popular games. And I kind of like the system of all the Pokemon starting at level 1 and working their way throughout the match. It gives a new intensity and playstyle to the traditional Pokemon game, where it takes you like the whole story to level your Pokemon, or in Pokken Tournament where it's more like a traditional fighting game and each character has set moves from the beginning. It's possible some people were also just dissatisfied with the objective of the multiplayer. Pokemon Unite's main game mode of how you have to score goals in lanes of the map, I could understand this maybe being a fun alternative game mode for people to play separate from the main playstyle, but not really as the type that would really entice you to play Pokemon Unite. You already have games like this such as League of Legends. I think if they had a plethora of game types, there would be a game mode that would cater to different types of players, and that way, there's a game mode for everyone. There could be a team deathmatch like regular Pokemon battles where your objective is to attack the other team to faint all their Pokemon because the team deathmatch style is popular among a variety of games. There could be a similar game mode to the main scoring mechanic, except there's only one goal on each side of the map, and it has a health bar, so the objective is to destroy the other team's goal, which could be like the trainers that are controlling the Pokemon, so your goal is to try and protect your trainer. It's a little similar to League of Legends, but like, hey, I think it would have bettered the audience reception of the game to have these two options of the lane goals or the main singular goals. And as you can see, for about every one like, there's 2 dislikes, so at least 77% of viewers didn't like the game, which is pretty bad. Especially when it's a free-to-play game where you're not necessarily making a for sure sale to gamers when they first play the game, and your income is directly related to the amount of people that are playing it all the time, which means the game could make very little money because not everyone is going to make in-game purchases. The first thing I thought was, this is kind of odd. The president of Nintendo, Shuntaro Furukawa, said himself that they're not necessarily looking to continue many new applications for the mobile game market, and that Nintendo's mobile pipeline is empty. These are literal words straight from his mouth. His next comment makes a ton of sense for the release. He states that new smartphone games will come, but it's very likely these will be alibi releases to appease shareholders. Well, hold your horses, maybe this isn't a throwaway game made to keep the shareholders happy. The Pokemon Company isn't completely owned by Nintendo, they only own 33% of the company. So it's likely this wasn't backed by Nintendo, as evidence that they announced they're not looking into making a lot more mobile games, and they didn't post the trailer for Unite on the main Nintendo YouTube channel, nor were they mentioned in the Nintendo mobile channel. As the president of Nintendo said, you need an active long-running franchise with hundreds of attractive characters to make a good gacha game, and then you need to keep adding new characters each month to retain players. Okay, so Pokemon is a very active long-running franchise, check. The game has at this point about 900 Pokemon, so ability to add new characters every month, check. So the potential for Unite to be a huge success is there. They just shot themselves in the foot by not announcing the title the week before. Who knows, maybe new game modes will be added before release, and that will give some positive feedback from the Pokemon fans after the negativity blows over. But for now, it looks like Unite is going to be another mobile game flop. Thank you all for watching today's video. As always, if you liked today's discussion and you want to see more videos like these, click the head in the cold ramen, and I'll see you guys in the next one.